Good morning and welcome. You're here in the administrative section of the 6-star loft, and we have two birds here. These are our odd birds that we have. We actually got three birds. That's odd. When I say odd, I mean they're not mated up. We just put together a nice selection of breeders. We now have 5 breeders. We're small. We got 5 breeders. We've got birds from Big Blue Wrecking Crew. And we've also got birds from Carlos E. Reyes, King's Catch Keep. And the birds have paired up, and we got a couple of odd birds, and these were 2 of the odd birds. We got another young bird from Carlos that's too young yet. The bird hasn't shown any signs of breeding yet. But I'm putting these 2 pairs together. This is a blue grizzle from Big Blue Wrecking Crew, and this is a print that I recently came across. And I'm just putting these 2 birds together, and I'm going to just have them as a stock line and hopefully do some breeding out of them. A nice blue grizzle cock and a nice print hen. And some of the things that I have in my mind is to enhance, to make the Tipplers evolve. I'm watching what's going on in our sport and our hobby and other sports and hobbies, and I'm looking at athletes, and I'm looking at pigeons like they're athletes. And I'm looking at the athletes of today, and I've said they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're smarter. And I see what's going on with the pigeons. For an example, in Europe, the pigeons are, there's a race, the Barcelona race. This race is normally a 2-day race. And the pigeons have evolved to the point where they're now coming home from the Barcelona race in 1 day. And the Europeans are saying the pigeons are not getting bigger, the pigeons are actually getting smaller. They're saying the big birds can't make those races. So they're saying now that they got sprint pigeons from 300 to 700 miles. So there's no long the sprint pigeon is no longer 100 miles, 150 miles, 200 miles. They're saying they got sprint pigeons, fast pigeons, that they put it in a sprint category all the way up to 500 miles and more. So this is what I'm looking at and saying, this is an evolution of birds in our hobby. Everything around us is evolving, and I'm figuring I can get these Tipplers. I went out and I did my research on some of the best Tippler keepers here in our state, and I saw a video about a year ago, and it was titled on YouTube. It was Ralphie's Tippler's Bronx Pigeon Wars Part 2. And I saw in the video was a checkup between 2 gentlemen, Ruben and another gentleman, I don't know his name. And I saw the performance of those Tipplers, in particular Ruben's Tipplers. And I saw birds, blue bars, blue grizzles, prints. I saw the performance of those birds, and I said, you know, if I'm going to get some Tipplers, I'm going to get from the best, because that's always been my mentality. It's about getting birds from the best fanciers, and I mean best fanciers, I mean the performance of their birds. And you know, to have your birds perform that way, that just shows your dedication to your hobby, to what you're doing, and the pride that you have to take care of your birds on a high level. And when I see that, I'm quick to point it out and say, look at that man's body of work, because I don't have jealousy and envy in me. So I don't look at that and say, oh man, that guy's got it going on, I can't mention. No, I'll be the first one on the mountain saying, look at this man's outstanding body of work, because I'm a mature gentleman. I've surpassed all those cardinal things like envy and jealousy. So I always consider myself on another level, because I've defeated those things. But anyway, back to the video. So my idea is to get the best flying Tipplers and inbreed them, line breed them, outcross them with other high performing Tipplers, and then get these Tipplers to evolve to a higher level. We've seen evolution of show Tipplers. They got the guys here in the state, they got the show Tipplers, that the show Tipplers are flying better. The cap Tipplers, that they flying better. To me, that is a sign of clear that these birds are evolving. Now, I'm personally working with plain heads, and I want to take these Tipplers and I want to get them to evolve. And I believe through nutrition and training and outstanding health and great selection of producing Tipplets, I can get these birds to perform at a higher level. I want to work on their homing instinct. You know, we already know that Tipplets can fly up to 15 hours and more. The records are there in the ATU. They can fly up to 15 hours and more. But what I want to do is I want to get that performance up to into the 15 hours, but I also want to get the improving of their homing instinct. And to do this, you got to have excellent flying birds, and these birds have to be in excellent condition. Now, I want to use some of the top line nutrition to also enhance the physical ability of these birds that I'm going to breed. The birds that I'm going to breed from the birds that I've selected from fanciers, I believe those birds are going to be outstanding tipplers. I'm going to try to enhance them by using products like, you know, great feed. I'm going to use products like Boost X5 for muscle buildup, you know, for prevention of muscle breakdown, you know, increased stamina. I want to improve the bird's immunity system, so that way the birds they're constantly healthy all year round, during breeding, during molting, and during the flying season. You know, I want to use herbal products. You know, I want to really try to stay in the herbal line of products and use more natural products instead of chemicals. You know, you can easily take birds and shoot them up with steroids, but you know you cheated. You know that you've took the shortcut. I want to build them up with herbal products like Enchinsia and brewer's yeast, you know, and build them up with vitamins, and then take them out and train them and fly them and keep them healthy. You know, I'm looking at other products like super pills, you know, to give them when they're going through their training phases, you know. Be Pure, you know, the brewer's yeast with vitamins, you know, and build these birds up with some of the best products, you know. A lot of the fanciers now, they're starting to go into these products. They're starting to go over to especially like Versalaga products and things like that. And you know, I'm a big Versalaga fan myself, so I understand a lot of the line of products, and I got a system that I'm going to put the birds through where the birds are going to get more electrolytes, they're going to get more vitamins, they're going to get more aminos, they're going to get better respiratory care. You know, they're going to get the top of the line feed. You know, I'm going to give my birds corn. I believe corn is a great nutrition, but this will be corn to be given to them during during the breeding season, so that way, you know, the corn is not too heavy for them. You know, keep them, when you do give them corn, keep them heavy on the grit. That way they can have the proper digestive tools to, you know, for their crop to churn the corn and get the nutrition out of the grit, because you know corn is essential. And feed them the best feeds like Energy Plus and you know, some other baiting products and candy feed, you know, and get them the birds more protein, and go from there and try to enhance the tiplet. Again, this video was about my idea of enhancing the tiplet, making them a stronger, more homing instinct bird for tossing, making them a greater flying bird than they are. You know, not changing their size and their appearance, and just making them a greater flying bird. And this is my idea. If you like, you can comment in on my Facebook page and my YouTube page. Your comments will be appreciated, whether they're positive or negative. And I thank you from the 6 Star Loft.